did was I went around with a bunch of friends of mine, and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm thinking about just doing a morning show. I don't know what to call it. I have no clue what to say. You know, it's just, I got stuff. You know, just stuff right here. It's just like, I got all these stories. Look at this. I even wore a fancy tuxedo shirt for you guys. I gotta make sure my bow tie's on there straight. But I just want to get on video. You know, sit down, have a cup of coffee, just talk. So first off, before I get too carried away in my rambling tales like I seem to do, that was the next suggestion. This is my book. Okay, this is what I just write down things. I just kind of want to talk about. I just want to stay on track. You know, I have a plan. It just sometimes I don't always stick to the plan. We're just going to hang out. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to hang out, just me and you, the viewer. So today is April 8th, 2012. If you guys haven't, my coffee's a little strong right now. If you guys have not seen my promo yet, go check it out. It's the very first, well, not very first, but it's the video before this one. And essentially, it's me just being a goofball like myself. So, well, what is this show? What is this show actually going to be? Smoke Pit with a dude. What do you mean by smoke pit, dude? And it's like, okay, so the smoke pit refers to a smoking area. Essentially, I come in, I'm going to have a cigarette, I'm going to drink my coffee. You know, it's just like first thing in the morning kind of deal. You just got to work, you're like, oh, fuck, man, I'm at work, this sucks. It's Monday, I don't want to be here. I wish it was Friday again. So that's when you and a friend of yours just got to go outside for a second, even if you don't smoke. And you got to be like, you know what, I'm just going to go outside. So this is what I do in my business life, my professional life, if you will, if you can believe I have one. Is I just go outside and I'm like, hey, what you doing, man? And I'm like, nothing, dude. And I'm like, all right, let's go outside. Let's have a cup of coffee and a cigarette. So we go outside and we'll just essentially bitch and gripe and complain and be like, dude, it's fucking Monday. I don't want to be here. I should have taken some time off. And it's like, yeah, and we just sit there. But you know what? Out of that, with the smoke pit of all the griping and stuff, comes like the most ingenious solutions and stuff. So anywho, welcome to the show, the smoke pit with the dude. I had a lot of sources of inspiration for this. Back when I did my original YouTube show, you may know it as The Random Today. It was with my good friend Evan. You know, the years went by. I tried to do my own little spin-off, and it didn't work. It didn't work by myself. I needed somebody to co-host with me. I was like, you know what, that's fine, that's cool. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm not the best looking fucking mug for this. And I know I'm not going to get a whole lot of views, but I'm going to still come out here and I'm going to do this. Because you know what, this is relaxing. Just coming out here and sitting in front of the camera and just talking. You know, it just helps so much. And even if you know, it doesn't get big on YouTube, like I said, I don't expect a whole lot of views. At least my friends, you know, all over the U.S. right now will be like, oh my God, man, like, that's awesome. Just, oh my God, that story you told the other day is too funny, you know? And the funny part about it is I'm going to try to tell, oh, okay, I'll take that back. I am going to tell true stories, real life stories, things that happened to me, things that inspired me, but I don't really have that creative funnel to, you know, go out and project and make it into something. You know, so like my main inspirations lately that made me finally want to do this again is it started off with Epic Rap Battles of History. These guys, I have been following them for years. We're talking back when they were on their original page under Nice Peter. And Epic Lloyd and Nice Peter, of course, get together and start doing these epic rap battles of history. We're talking Abe Lincoln versus Chuck Norris, Stephen Hawking versus Albert Einstein. We were talking about the very first one, John Lennon versus Bill O'Reilly. That's the first one I saw. It got me hooked. And I was like, oh my God, these guys are awesome. Then I saw the Epic Rap Battle of Nations. catchy, man. I like that. Their logos, their music, and then the epic rap battles, even Nice Peter and Lloyd, Epic Lloyd came out and did a little cameo in the video. And I was like, that's what makes that a true epic battle right there. So I started getting more involved with the channel, and then it was like, they started doing the show called Good Mythical Morning some years ago, and I was like, you know what? That is a great idea. So I just watched a bunch of their episodes. I'm like, these guys, they come out and they just start talking about stuff. I was like, yeah, I don't have a co-host, but my New Year's resolution effective 1 January 2013 was, you know what? I can't be held by a limitation that I don't have a co-host. I need to find a funnel. I need to get the creative juices flowing and get it out of me. All these stories that are just left untold. You know, I tell the coworkers, I tell some of my friends, I post it on Facebook, but it's like, you know, some of the stuff that happens to me, if this gets to one stranger on YouTube, and they're just like, oh my God, you gotta hear what happened to this guy. This is just crazy story. Then you know what? I've done my job. I am happy right there. A friend of a friend who doesn't even know me is like, hey man, this is my friend. His name's this dude. And he has this crazy story. And then, you know, you get on the channel, you start watching, and it's like, okay, that's cool. So that is my mission right there. That is my inspiration. Also going to try hard not to edit these too much. It's like, hey, wait, was I wearing a hat? No, I wasn't wearing a hat. But that's my whole goal. So essentially, this is just a show for me to get on and do whatever I need to do. You know, that I feel is necessary. By all means, comment, make suggestions. If you're a friend of mine and you're like, hey, you remember that one time we went down to the park and, you know, we just started having a bread fight. That's a story I will tell. You know what? I'm going to tell you the bread story, okay? We'll figure out a story. We'll figure a different story out for April 10th here. So here we are. We're all in high school, right? And the big thing was when we come home from school, we said, man, let's go hang out at the park. Let's go skateboard. Here we are. We're down at the park. And me and my buddy, I was like, hey, let's go across the street. Let's go get some stuff. So we go across the street to this little convenience store, which is still where I went to high school, across from this park. And we went to this convenience store and was like, let's just buy a bunch of bread. And then let's just go over there when everybody least suspects it. And then let's just start hitting each other with these loaves of bread. So that's what we did. I buy all this bread. So we're walking and we got all these bags and everything. And I just get over and my skateboard buddy, we used to call him Sexy Sexton. I just walk up to him with this loaf of bread and I'm like, hey bro, bread fight. Went right across his face. He's like, oh! And the loaf just exploded. So all this bread just starts flying everywhere. And my other buddy, he's just handing out loaves of bread to everybody. So we just start beating each other with these loaves of bread. By the time we're done, there is bread all over the park. I mean, just everywhere. Just bread flying in the wind, in the air. There's bread in our hair. There's bread in our clothes. So a few bruises later, this girl, one of the girls, she is all mad at me. And I kind of had a crush on her at the time. And she's like, you guys are littering the park. And I was like, littering? Birds are going to eat it. Come on. But, you know, that's just the way it works. She got all mad at me. She wouldn't talk to me for a week. And, of course, back in high school, I'm like, oh, my God, she still won't talk to me, bro. I don't know what I did. All I did was hit you with a loaf of bread. Next thing I know, it's like sludge. I am sludge trying to destroy Captain Planet. So, you know, that's just one of my many stories over my short span of life so far that I've had. And that's what I plan to do. I just plan to come out here, you know, have a cup of coffee with you, have a cigarette or two, and just enjoy it. Just, you know, a little bit of conversation just out there to my friends. This is something that's actually been bugging me since I did that promo. I mean, this is pretty empty, all in this area. I don't like that. I need something here. I don't know what. I don't know what yet. Really, to end this show today, I'm just going to say, hey, welcome to Smokepit with the Dude, and I hope you all have an absolutely outstanding day, an outstanding night, and you know what? I'm going to see you tomorrow because I'm going to try. Here we go again with this word. It's going to be the word of the day right here, valiantly. I'm going to try to valiantly have an episode like this every day. That's right, Monday through Friday, every business day. I think I'm just going to leave it at that. You all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Cheers, mate. Okay, guys, I know what I said about the editing and a lot of stuff. Here's the post-video vlog, kind of like a little review of everything I've done. About the editing and everything, I did not realize I actually talked that long. So some of the shows may have to be edited. I'm going to edit the shows as need be to kind of keep within at least, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 12, something like that. That way it doesn't take up a whole lot of time. So